Hello, my lovelies. It's Wednesday afternoon. It's about 1 o'clock. And I had a good rest. I stayed in bed until almost 10:30. I've been madly editing shed loads of footage from the last 48 hours. I'm about halfway through doing that. It's quite a pleasant day. Well, in fact, for February, it's a very pleasant day here at Windy Bum. However, it's a little bit chilly, but we've just had a snow warning for tomorrow here in the Peak District. Something like, I think it said 5 to 15 centimetres of snow during the day tomorrow. I don't think it's going to last. I think I only had a very vague glance at it, but I think from what it said that it's going to kind of peter out over the evening, but it could be a Land Rover day tomorrow. So I'm desperately trying to get Monday's Daily Diary uploaded at the moment. It is all edited, just needs to get uploaded. That will go immediately public, and then I need to edit yesterday's Daily Diary, which will be channel members only at the moment, and then that'll go out to everybody else tomorrow morning. I do need to get back to the yard to take the car known as Johnny Crook and pick up Dicka Dum Dum. There's no way I could have done that today. I'm so tired. So tired. My God, I was glad to get into my own bed last night and have a decent sleep. And I'm wondering about the wisdom of going to the yard tomorrow. If there's going to be mad snow, I need to have a proper look at the weather forecast. Right, I need to have some lunch as well at some point, and I need to put the bin out. So let's go and see if I've got the normal trouble with space on my iPad. So much footage, so I've had to delete. Well, there we are. Let's go and see if I've managed to download the Monday's Daily Diary from the edit suite. It's been interesting looking at it. I wouldn't have believed it happened if I hadn't seen the actual evidence. Oh, and it must be an unusual day. I've had 3 cups of coffee, and as you know, 2 is the normal limit. But then I only had 1 yesterday, so I had 1 in hand, as it were. Oh, thank God it's gone. Right, I just need to upload that now onto YouTube. Lunchtime, and I'm ready for this. Nice salad with my Mediterranean vinaigrette, which is kind of Dijon mustard, Gazette olive oil, herbs, spices, bit of white wine in there. Had a nice little bed of saffron rice for some lunchtime starch, and some lovely tandoori chicken. And that's lunch. Okay, that's the bin out at least. Noisy boys. I think obviously Stigbert is in pole position here, and I think he's going to have to stay in pole position until I get a chance to empty him out tomorrow. Here we go, my lovelies. Just what you didn't want. Yet more footage of me driving a car with Radio 4 in the background. Sorry, darlings, but that's just the way it's been of late. All I've been doing is driving a car, it seems. Right. Okay, so if you needed telling, I'm heading off to work. A little bit, I was going to say earlier than usual. It is a little bit earlier than usual, but it's not as early as I planned to be. Time rather got away with me this afternoon. Never mind, we will make good progress on the way there, and I will be there in time. We've got we've got 2 big bookings in at 6 o'clock. So I need to be there before they are. Not a problem getting set up for them. We're just going to need an extra pair of legs and an extra pair of hands when our lovely guests arrive. Oh, now there's something that I should talk to you about. I won't tell you now. I'll save it. Basically, do I need to wash my? I had a couple of businessmen in last night, and they are from out of town. They've got their area managers for a company. The company's headquarters is on the outskirts of Derby, not a million miles from us. And they're staying in the Premier Inn, and they came to us for dinner, as they invariably do. They're here kind of 6 times a year. So I took the opportunity to speak to them and rather cheekily ask them about their expense accounts when they get over their expense accounts when they were out of town, and mentioned what I'm going to be doing with the upstairs, the Airbnb, and they were really helpful. They gave me all of the financial details, gave me some excellent advice, and said that they would absolutely stay with me rather than the Premier Inn. So that was all really positive. Oh, and some other positive news is that can't go into any details, but the first Mustard and Boaty road trip of the year might be coming up sooner rather than later, and that'll be fun. I love our road trips. I think some of you guys do too. So fingers crossed on that one, and I will keep you posted. And look outside, darlings. Okay, I'm 10 minutes early leaving, as opposed to my normal Wednesday time, but that is daylight out there, and that is a Ford C-Max doing a 3-point turn. Oh, and the other bit of news, it wasn't just putting the bin out that I managed to get done today. I also sorted some insurance. I got 2 cars together on a classic limited mileage policy with Footman James, who were very helpful, who I would most definitely recommend, and who I will recommend even more if they begin to sponsor the channel. I did mention it as a possibility. They said, well, we do sponsor Harry's Garage on YouTube. I said, yes, and I'm exactly like Harry's Garage, except in every way imaginable. But yeah, got a very competitive quote. So Lewis Hamilton and Wet Leg Fun Titty Biscuits are on classic limited mileage policies now with Footman James. And now that and as vehicles come up for renewal, I'm going to try and get as many as I can with Footman James and just tidy the insurance situation up rather than having them insured left, right and centre. Oh, and there will be a thinning out of the fleet as well. A couple need to go. Brian's going to go, Melanie Minchbag will be going, possibly one more. Right, I'm going to catch up with the news on the wirelessness. Allow me to introduce you to new Bob. It's the end of another night, my lovelies, and it's not been a bad one. We've had a few people in tonight. There have been takeaways. It's not been at all bad for a Wednesday, and we've got quite a few booked in for tomorrow as well, so that's good. The carpet has been hoovered. Honestly, he'll make somebody a wonderful wife one of these days. Can you cook?
Sorry?
Can you cook?
Yeah.
Are you a good cook?
I'm a really good cook.
A really good cook? Yeah.
Right. I'll make stuffed curry this Friday or Saturday.
Okay.
I'll get that for you.
So you are good at hoovering, you're good at cook. Do you think your wife is a very lucky woman?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But
Does she think she's a very
No,
lucky
she's-
woman?
That's the main problem, you know.
Yeah, I know. See that steaming pot there? Let me zoom in for you. That steaming pot, that is supper. And that's the man who made it. This is the official tasting of the staff curry. We have a taste of this soup before we sign it off as done and ready to eat. Let's give this a go. It's a bit hot. Oh, that's good. That's good. There are coriander stalks in there tonight.
I put in the coriander root. Yeah.
I love the coriander stalk. The tiredness is properly kicking in now. I got some sort of second wind last night, but my God, I'm feeling it now. That'll keep me alive till morning. Right, let's get out of here.
The Labour Party is to ditch its policy of spending £28 billion a year on what it calls its Green Prosperity Plan. In an announcement tomorrow, the party will insist it's still committed to environmentally friendly projects. Here's our political correspondent, Hannah Miller.
The language around Labour's £28 billion pledge had become increasingly muddled in recent weeks.
Bloody hell.
Some frontbenchers refusing
If that lot
keep
pledged to
up
change their
with the
underpants
state,
on a Tuesday, they'd
including
change their
Liz
bloody
Farmer.
minds.
But now the spending commitment is going to be dropped, with senior shadow ministers suggesting the party needs to reassure voters it can be trusted with the economy rather than sticking to an expensive promise that was first made more than 2 years ago.
It's interesting because before he went into Prime Minister's question, Keir Starmer sent his team. Well, obviously the Prime Minister went.
And here we are again, climbing the hill towards home and leaving the glow of the artificial street lights behind us and moving into the inky, still blackness, which I very much welcome. I don't know how you would feel about it. I feel very much at home when it is Bible black, as Dylan Thomas said. utterly still, and there's a panoply of stars in the sky if it's a clear night. It's certainly beginning to feel decidedly chilly. Of course, it has been quite temperate of late, unseasonably temperate really, and now we're getting back to the traditional temperatures for February, and of course we have the promise or threat of snow tomorrow, but as the weather forecast showed, this one should be a transitory thing, a day or two at most, so not the end of the world. We'll see if we end up having to deploy the Land Rover tomorrow. Oh, I'll be glad to get in tonight. The tiredness really has kicked in. I guess I was on a bit of a wave of adrenaline still last night. Tonight I just feel utterly discombobulated, and I wish I could park in pole position and not have to walk these few yards up the hill, but I can't. I'll swap the cars over tomorrow. In fact, we need to do a bit of car shuffling over the next few days. Right, let's get tucked up here in front of Nicky Nunu's van. Right, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching, if indeed you have, and have a safe and peaceful night or a great day, depending on when you watch this. Much love from me, and I'll see you next time. Pachoo, and indeed, bosh.